Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. Now for those who are a fan of historic racing, including me, the Goodwood may ring a bell to you. Now this weekend, 19 months after its original planned date, was the Goodwood members meeting, the 78th running of the Goodwood members meeting. And I was lucky enough to actually get tickets to head along. In fact, I've had the tickets since the original date, and finally got to go this weekend. Now, it was just simply amazing. It was just raw, visceral V8, straight sixes, little tiny minis nimbling around the big barges of V8 touring cars from the late 80s, the early 70s, 60s, 50s, pre-war cars, anything you can imagine as historic racing, all bundled into one weekend of just pure racing and motorsport passion. That is what the Goodwood members meeting was. Now, one of the highlights of the weekend, well, you can't really pick highlights of the weekend. The entire weekend was just amazing. But there were a few races that really stood out to me. Now, the races range, as I said, from pre-war cars to bikes, all the way up to sort of 70s and 80s touring cars, which was definitely the best weekend. If you get a moment, search Jerry Marshall Trophy final on YouTube and you'll have the most amazing 20-minute watch of your entire life. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a mod pack for Assetto Corsa that had the late 70s touring cars on. But the next best race that happened for me personally was the historic prototypes. Now these range from things like the Elvas, GT40s, and the Lolas of the era. Big thundering V8s, they would push 200 miles an hour at Le Mans, and even though the Goodwood circuit is pretty short, only about 1.7 miles long, they're still reaching over 160, 170 miles an hour coming down to the Lavin Straight. But I thought, as there is somewhat of a pack on Assetto Corsa that replicates these cars, I would have to replicate it myself after watching these thunder around and slide around the track all weekend. It's only fair to have a go at it myself. So we're going to head out to Goodwood for a 10-lap race. My weapon of choice is going to be the Lola T70 Mark II Spider, which technically didn't run on the weekend, but I don't have all the cars from the full entry list, so we'll make up our own one and see how it goes. Oh, the only actual requirements is for World Championship Sport prototypes, the type that raced between 1960 and 1966, and that is packed into this grid we have for Assetto Corsa today. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it too. So without further ado, let's jump onto the Goodwood Motor Circuit and head out for my very own attempt at the Gurney Cup. Alright, so here we are on the grid here at Goodwood. This is pretty surreal to be standing in the crowds all weekend, now to be on the track. Oh, listen to that grid and its flag drop, and well, the AI don't really get away well, just trying to maybe find a gap to slot into, and now we can finally get racing here at Goodwood. So up to the first corner, they're 3 wide up ahead. Oh, we get biffed by the Porsche there. Ferrari on the left with the neon blue wheels. Oh, look, seeing the car snap around on these cold tyres. Spinning the wheels up second gear, still spinning the wheels up in third gear. Sorry, Porsche. No damage in this session, so we're totally fine for that. And the car getting all sorts of loose there over the crest. Now up to the first part of St Mary's for the first time. Just going to take it down to second gear. Cold tyres really aren't up to temperature yet. Neither are the brakes. The car's not stopping. It's not gripping. You can just see the amount of effort I'm having to put into the work of the wheel. And now into the first part of Lavin. The double right hand around the back of the track. Car off to the left. Oh, GT40, come on. Whoa. That's not going to help our run onto the Lavin Straight. And now we finally get to unleash it. Third gear, up to fourth gear. There we go, and the acceleration on this thing, that's 250, that's 260 as we're braking for the right-hander at the back of the circuit. Oh, cars off up ahead. Who's gone off? I think they've all managed to collect it up and get back onto the circuit. Just a chicane to go now. Oh, he's not going to take the line through there. Oh, small collision there. Couple of cars off. I think everyone's managed to finally get through the first lap and across the line to start the second lap here at Goodwood. Around the outside of the GT40. Up to turn 1. Yellow flags are being shown. Oh, come on. Please turn, Carl. Please turn. Oh, you're just seeing the understeer. The problem with these old classic cars, they really just don't grip up at the front. We've lost a couple of positions, but I don't mind chasing. I don't mind trying to get them back again. So up to Ford Water. Big lift there. Not really taking the best line on entry there. Or a little tap of the grass. Nothing too major. And now up to St Mary's. Down to third gear. Small lock up there. You just heard the tyres chirping away. Down to second gear for the left-hander. Trying to use the curb, but missing it. And now into Lavant now. This is the most important. Whoa! Does he hit the crest there? The wheels spinning up even though I'm in third gear. I mean, spinning wheels in third gear. These cars are way overpowered for the aero, for the tyres. I mean, talking about using the throttle for rotation out there, that's the way to do it. And out through the gears we go once again, fourth gear. And we're braking. This car will accelerate through fifth gear to 200 miles an hour. Thought about trying it on the GT40 on the left there into Woodcote corner. Oh, come on. Maybe we can try and get a run into the chicane. Not quite close enough this lap. Chicane's only one car wide as the AI are trying to test that. See if they can try and take it 2 cars wide through there. Just so gradual on the throttle out there. Whoa! The wheel spin as you head into second gear. So, oh, and now already up to the first corner again. The laps absolutely fly by around here. Now the first corner, we stood actually about there for the Saturday session when these were running, and it was raining. It had been raining all morning, so the track was wet. It was, I mean, it was literally puddles like rivers around the edge of the track, and then the sun came out and it started drying out. The track slowly, as the cars went out, gave it a dried the track up. But the problem was that first turn of Madrid was in the shade, so that there was no sunlight getting on it. So they were going through the first half of Madrid on turn 1 for the braking zone, for the turning point, and it was dry. So they were like, "Oh, well, there's loads of grip here," and then they'd hit the wet patch. And when I tell you I've never seen car control like that, I've never seen car control like that. They were literally full opposite locks, still on the power, just absolutely heaving these cars. Just like that there, but that was just a driving mistake, not the lack of grip. And I think we saw about 3 or 4 cars actually manage to loop it on the wet patch on the exit. Oh, the acceleration on this thing. It's ridiculous. Oh, revving it all the way out, 7,500 coming through the first part of Madrid. But just here was the wet patch. They were literally full opposite lock, and a few cars went off to the right-hand side of the track there. A couple of them got beached on the grass and didn't get running again for the rest of the session. Up the inside of the portion to Ford Water. Oh, we've carried a bit too much speed. Come on, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. There you go, there you go. Come on, car. Collect it up, collect it up, collect it up. A little bit of left foot braking just to try and get the car back together. Probably overheated the tyres a little bit with that big slide. Oh, the straight cut gears on this thing sounds like a supercharger. But when I tell you, I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. Watching it on screens and seeing single cars go around in practice sessions or track days does not prepare you for actually watching these things race, going hammer and nail to absolutely wheel to wheel battling for 20 minutes, 40 minutes straight even for some of these races. The drivers are absolutely just heroes, proper, just unhinged performance. I'm running out of like superlatives here to describe how my weekend went. It was just insane, and to feel it, especially on the first lap and the second lap of the races with all these just wild and wacky cars, you can't describe it. the feeling, the vibration you get through your feet, through your whole body, the ear-piercing, like, just noise. I mean, I got in my car at the end of the night and my ears were still ringing from the deafening and the pounding they took the whole weekend. And I would not swap it for the world. It's... If this doesn't put a grin on your face, watching stuff like this, I don't know what can. We were literally screaming and shouting, watching on the screens during the final of the Jerry Marshall Trophy, the touring cars, as they were going too wide every lap through the Latham Straight. The power of the V8s against the straight sixes of the Capris in that race. Oh, that's a big lock up. Oh, that's a big lock up. Come on, collect it up, collect it up. Somehow managed to get the car slowed down for the final corner. Oh, there's a car off on the left there. I think that was one of the Elvers. Right, let's see if we can try and have a good, decent lap here. So I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy a lap of Goodwood. Oh, this thing is wild. And that little battle with the GT40 there around the back of the circuit. Let's see if we can try and get him. So, oh, closing speed through turn one. We've got the grip, but he's got the grunt. That's the only problem. It's grip versus grunt, as is the way always at Goodwood. Seeing the minis go up against stuff like Mustangs is ridiculous. The minis are swarming all around them through here. And then they get to the Latham Straight, and the Mustang just rocks straight back past again. It's just lunacy at its finest. Oh, just the understeer there. I think the tyres are starting to go off. Maybe the brakes are starting to fade as well. The sun's shining in the distance. So we can try and get a nice slide-free exit. I'll say a slide-free exit. This car's always sliding. It's never stable. It's never straight. We put a nice little decent gap between us and the GT40, but he's going to close up so quickly. You can see him coming in the mirrors. Yellow flags up ahead. Who's gone off? Might be an incident of chicane. All the yellow flags are cleared. They must have got going again. I think it was that Italian flag Ferrari up ahead. Leaders on the final lap. One more lap to go here at Goodwood. Oh, the car's sliding around all over the place. It's absolutely mental. It's just ridiculous, this thing. Through second gear, try and miss the first apex, hug for the second one possibly. There it is, and then get on the power nice and early, really extend the exit, and now hug the left-hand line. Big lift for Ford Water. They were taking this almost flat in real life, and I'm struggling with a big lift. It's crazy. Up to St Mary's, down to second gear, try and feed it through, use the power to get the car rotated. A little bit of a left foot brake for the left-hander part. Oh, body roll not helping at all through there. Might be able to get the Ferrari down the back straight, but he might be a bit too slippery down Latham for us to do anything. Just waiting for the front to grip up, waiting for the rears to grip up. There you go, now you can get on the power. I don't think we're going to be quite close enough to catch him, unless he has a big mess up through the final few corners. down to second gear. Oh, we're gaining. Oh, but we've understeered. Come on, car, grip. Just one more chicane to go now. Down to the final chicane. Oh, we get a poor exit. We actually get onto the curb. And we get a flat to the line. There we go. Session over, 10th place, coming from 28th on the grid. Wow, this is fun. Wow, this is fun. And this car as well, this Lola is insane. Again, I'll put all the links to the mods in the description below. This version of Goodwood, spectacular. I think it's based off LiDAR data from people who have gone to the event. Oh, listen to these guys go past. Oh, that was just something else. That was just absolutely spectacular. So there we are, guys. That was absolutely crazy to finally be able to, well, get a taster of what I've been watching the whole weekend. And it's just so much fun. Again, as I just said, I'll put all the mod links in the description below. You have to go check this out. You have to go drive this. I don't urge how much fun this is. Go check out as well the description. In the description below will be a video to the Jerry Marshall Trophy that I mentioned earlier. If I can try and find some mods, we'll try and recreate that one. But I'm definitely maybe going to be doing some more Goodwood content soon. All that's now left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Have a really awesome rest of your day. If you have liked, then please hit the like button. If you didn't like, hit the dislike button. Please tell me in the comments what you feel I could do better. Or maybe do some suggestions for future videos or streams. Check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/AJMRacing. AJM_racing, that is. And all that's left for me to say is have a really awesome rest of your day. And yeah, I'm going to treat you for the last 30 seconds of this video with some noises from Goodwood. And yeah, see you on the next one.
Griffith's car. Yeah, didn't look too good for whatever reason. Maybe.